Tramadol, you're up now. You got the queen.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and attack this guy to my right here.
Okay, the wounded guy? Sure. I'm not going to use any bennies on these guys. I'm not going to. I could, but I'm not. I just don't want to.
My longsword.
I think it would be ruthless.
7.
That's a hit. Yeah, that's definitely a hit. Oh, very nice. Yeah, you make him suffer another wound. His toughness is 6. So seeing that he's already shaken and he has a wound, he can't be shaken again. So he basically gets his second wound. Nice job.
Okay, and now I'm going to attack him with the dagger.
Sounds good. Your attack with the dagger, however, is barely a miss, because like I was telling you, he has a 7 parry.
Okay.
Alright, so next up is Vey. You got a 9.
Alright. I'm going to attack the same guy again.
Okay. You gonna do the old 3 bolt? 3 necrotic bolts?
Yeah, I'm going to step it up a little. I'm going to use the higher potency of the bolt.
Okay. Does that add... Was that like a negative modifier or something in there? Or?
Yeah, it adds an extra die of damage, but minus penalty.
Okay. Now go for it. Ooh, yeah. That's yeah, even with your minus, it still hits. So you do a total of 9 damage, which is nice. You don't get an ace on that, but yeah, you basically kill him, Vey. You give him his 3rd wound, and he goes down.
Alright. Well, to target the other guy for the other 2 bolts.
Okay. Alright.
That misses.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's a double 1, Vey. Or is it? No, it's 3 minus 2. Whew. Thank you. My heart just like skipped. I was like, oh
yeah,
no, not already.
One's a 3, and the other's 1. Now, I wonder if that would count for the extra bolts, because the wild die is negated. You wouldn't even roll a wild die.
What? What for? Like for a critical fumble?
Right.
I don't think it would, because it has to be natural ones.
Well, I'm saying that even in the second rolls, you're not even supposed to roll the wild die.
Yeah.
Second and third.
Yeah. So you just have a 3 minus 2. So that wouldn't be a fumble, because it was a 3. It was modified down to 1.
Yeah. All right. 1 more for that guy.
Okay. A 3. That missed too.
I just keep rolling along.
No. And you got a D10 on there. All right. So let's go with the Vendahl. The Vendahls he's gonna shift over here, kind of grab some cover behind this rock, to where he won't be able to. Sure. What's that?
Let's see. Now, the other guy was shaken, so you don't have to raise if he's already shaken. He just automatically gets a wound.
That's it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. If he has a, if he's shaken, automatic. Because you can't be shaken again, so you just add the wound on there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when they get to 3, they're pretty much gone. Because the die explodes. So if he gets a 6, he gets to re-roll the 6 again, and he rolled a 1 on top of that. So that's how we got the 7. Alright, so the Vandal, he moved here to get cover from the 2 ranged, and he attacks Lynx with his Bear Claw, and I think he hits with a 6, right? His strength is
yeah, my parry is 6.
Alright, so I'm going to roll damage, which is strength of a D8, and also his Bear Claw, which is a D6. So, ooh, wow. What's your toughness?
5.
5? Okay, I hit you for 10. So you just got shaken again, and seeing that he got a raise on you, a 9 was a raise. I rolled an 8 and a 2 for damage. So you took 10 damage, which you now have your shaken and a wound. So you can negate that. You can negate it with you can soak. What you can do is called soaking a wound, and you can use another Benny to soak a wound, and you have to make a successful vigor check. And when you make the successful vigor check, it'll take the wound off. I wonder if it takes the shaken off also. Let me reread this really quick on a Benny. $124.
I am liking the sound of that, though.
Yeah, that's the great thing about bennies.
I traded out a strength for a vigor during the setup, so I haven't used it.
Soak rolls. Bennies can also be used to save your bacon from deadly attacks. Choose carefully where you spend them. See damage for complete information on soaking. Alright, so let's go to damage.
78,
Got it.
where it talks about soak rolls.
Yeah. A wild card may spend a Benny to make a soak roll, which is a vigor check. A success and each raise reduces the number of wounds suffered from the attack by 1. If the character is left with any wounds from an attack, he's still shaken. Okay, so you would still be shaken. Don't count the wound modifiers you're about to suffer when making this roll. Alright, so yeah, you can basically spend a Benny and you can get rid of the wound. You'll still be shaken, but you'll still have the wound. But then you can spend the other Benny and get rid of the shaken status if you want to do that too. And then that would be all your Bennies for the night.
Hey Dave, on page 78 on the soak rolls, on the Savage World, it says if a character soaks all of the wounds from an attack, he removed his shaken condition too, even from previous source.
Where does it say that? Because I'm looking at if the character is left with any wounds from an attack, he's still shaken.
No, I'm
but he
looking
wouldn't be. So
on page 78.
Yeah, my
Savage
page.
World.
Yeah, my book is different than yours. Mine have like 10 pages less. So let's see, one soak roll per attack. For instance, a hero can't make another attack. A character can spend. Let's see.
I'm looking under damage effects. When it goes down, it shows an injury table and then a soak rolls.
I don't know what book you have. You must have the small book, right?
It's the one that you gave us, the Savage World PDF. It's not the Hellfrost guide, it's the regular Savage World.
Okay, yeah, it's totally different in this other book. Yeah. Yeah, it's the exact opposite in the big book. It says he's still shaken, but in this little book, that's a misprint. It says he removes the shaken condition. But
it says if he soaks all of the wounds, but
yeah.
He's got to soak them all in order to remove
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say that in the big book. It says I'll have to send something in on that. Yeah, so if you make a successful vigor check, then you would get rid of that too. I guess it would be, hopefully. I don't know which book is right and which book is wrong, but I'll look in the errata. I bet you, because there's a bunch of Savage Worlds errata. It's probably you get rid of the shaking condition too. I wouldn't see why you wouldn't get rid of the shaking condition. So go ahead and do your vigor roll real quick, Lynx. Your wild die saved you. Your wild die saved you. So, alright, you use a Benny, and you are no longer shaken, and you no longer have a wound on you. So, yeah. Now, if you would have had 2 wounds, you would have only got rid of the 1 wound, and you still would have been shaken. But you know, if you had 2 wounds and if you would have rolled an 8, that would have got rid of everything. Because everything works on, you know, in multiples of 4 for a raise. So just like when you're, you know, searching for herbs, if you get a 4, sure, you find 1 dose, but if you get an 8, which is a raise, then you would get, you know, 1d4 doses that you could create instead of just 1. So, you know, it's better to get raises. All right, that's cool. So you have, man, Lynx, you got one Benny left. You're burning him.
Yep.
All right, so that's it. Looks like that's it for. All right, for the Vendahls. So looks like Runs, you're up. The caboose.
Yeah, I've been drawing the caboose, haven't I?
I know, yeah. Both
I'm
rounds.
gonna move up here. Now from here, and
Perfect shot.
I know this is sort of like a. Oh, it is.
Yeah, you'd have a perfect shot. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take a
Absolutely.
shot on him then with my longbow.
Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't have any penalties there. That's a miss, though. Holy crap. Wah, wah. All right, let's.
Should be shooting runs instead of fighting.
Oh yeah, you're hitting the wrong one. Fighting is for melee. Shooting is for shooting. I think
sorry.
that's okay. Shooting is for bow. I think you might have the same. So let's take a look at your fighting and shooting are still D8. So we'll just say that that was your roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Even though your second roll was better, you still had a D8 for shooting or fighting. So.
Yeah,
All right.
no,
So let's.
I messed up.
Don't worry about it. Let's go to the next round. Lynx, you're on the bad end of the stick now. You got a 2. Runs a little bit better. You got a 5. Tramadol, you got a 4. Vey with a king, and the Vendahl with an 8. So Vey, you get to go first.
Can I hit that guy from here?
No, he's undercover. You're gonna have to move. You're gonna have to get to where at least where Runs would be for you to see him. There you go. Now you can see him, and you can blast away. Oh my God! No way, Vey. Are you kidding me?
3 and a 3.
Oh my God! You are so lucky. You have -2. What? Yeah. What'd you? Oh my God. Oh. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that wasn't a double 1.
Alright. Right, I'm going to attack again.
Because I don't expect to hear the critical fumble too often. Your second bolt with a -2, the well, your wild die didn't.
You can't use the wild die.
Yeah, you can't use the wild die on the second one. And how about your third one? Oh my God. You rolled a 1, but thank God that's not a double 1. If that was your first roll, that would have been that right there. And I don't think we'll hear that.
All the low rolls out on this first campaign.
I agree. I hope we don't. I don't think we'll hear that critical fumble fail too many times. But holy shit, Vey, those are some bad rolls.
I've only rolled over a 5 once.
Oh my God. Alright, so that's it for Vey. Let's go with the Vendahls. He's going to go ahead and he doesn't like this magic that this witch is casting at him, so he's going to move up and attack. So what is your parry? Oh wow. Alright, so I hit a raise. That's 15, so I get an 8, a 6, and a 6 for damage on you. Because I had a raise. I rolled an 8 and a 7. So I did 18 damage to you, Vey. What is your toughness?
6.
Okay. 6, that shakes you. 10 gives you 1 wound. 14 gives you 2 wounds. Oh my God, you got 2 wounds and 1 hit.
Which one, red or blue, the wounds?
What's that?
Red, green, or blue?
For what? Wounds? I've just been using
Yeah,
blue.
for the bar.
Oh, the first one should be. I think the middle one is wounds. And also, when you have wounds, you guys, every wound gives you -1 to your checks or any attack roll.
Right. So you know you're going to have to put it manually into your character sheet and basic info.
Yep.
Because
At the
the
very
bar
top,
doesn't
right?
work.
Oh, it doesn't? Shit. I figured it would. I guess not.
No.
That's one of those ones that did not show up, but only in the drop-down box. I guess it was because of the coding of the sheet or something. So, all right,
We're
that
using
was
the
worth a
color
try.
blue.
Yeah, let's go ahead and use color blue.
Alright.
All right, so I guess you're gonna use a Benny here, right? Wow, Vey, you just
No, I
took a
think I'll
vicious
just-
shot. Sorry about
Right.
that. 3d6 and a d8.
So I'm shaking.
Yep, you're shaken and have 2 wounds. It almost gave you 3.
I think what I'll do is just use a Benny to become unshaken,
Okay.
and that way on my next turn I can move and get away.
Do you want to do a vigor check? Or no?
And that's only going to get rid of 1 wound, right?
Well, if you raise,
So one of the wounds?
well, if you raise, you'll get both of them. You know what I mean? So if you roll a 4, if you roll the DC of 4, you'll get rid of 1 wound. If you
Alright,
raise
but-
and get an 8, then you'll get rid of both.
Okay, what I'll do is I'll use the Benny to soak the wound,
Okay.
and on my next turn I will try to become unshaken. Because
Okay.
my spirit is pretty good. It's a D8.
Okay. So let's see your vigor check. Wow, that was not good. You're
Well, I'll take a -2 though because of the wound.
yeah.
Oh, you don't do that for that, do you? You don't apply your wounds to that.
And this is specifically
figure.
for that one.
It's all checks.
Yeah, all checks.
All checks, yeah.
Everything.
Your wounds is -2. It would give you, yeah.
Yeah, it says don't count the wound modifiers he's about to suffer when making this roll for the soak roll. That same place. Right below where we were reading before.
No, okay. I still don't pass.
That still wouldn't do it.
No.
Yeah,
Here,
it'll only
let me
be a
see.
3.
Kayukane, thanks very much, Kayukane. I appreciate the sub. Thank you very much. My book is totally different than this that Pinnacle PDF. Because I don't
matter
even
of date.
no, I don't even see where it says you don't take the wound modifier into consideration. I'm looking under soak rolls.
Yeah, it's right under where we were reading before.
Yeah, it's not in here. It's weird. Page 78.
Yep, page 78. It's right, as a matter of fact, it's right under the sentence that where it talks about removes the shaking condition too.
Okay, there it is. Last sentence. Don't count the wound modifiers he's about to suffer when making his roll. Yeah, lucky, because when you use any kind of like medicine check or healing potion, you would take the wound modifiers into consideration. At least it's not that ruthless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's a good thing. All right. Berserk Merc Gaming, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, let's go to the next person, which would be. All right. Looks like Runs, you're up now.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here. And that. I'm gonna move here 2 spaces, and then I'm gonna take a shot with my longbow.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little -2 penalty on that corner there. Just a -2. Oh, that is a miss. That's a double one. That's like a crit fumble. Wah, 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 wah. That's not good, Runs. Rules say when there's a crit fumble, something bad really happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll a D4, and 1 or 2 you're gonna hit Vey, 3, 4 you're gonna hit Lynx, because those are the only 2 within plain sight. So Link, you're gonna hit Lynx. So go ahead and roll damage on Lynx. So whatever your damage is on Lynx, roll. Double ones are that's a crit fail, man. Double one. That is our first double one. All right. So Lynx, you're basically shaken. He doesn't hit the threshold of your toughness, so you're basically just shaken.
Phew.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get like 5 explosions and roll like a 30, because you'd probably be dead. So I was rolling around with the exploding dice the other day with a D8, and I rolled like a 30. I got like 3 8s and a 6. I was like, oh my god, that would have killed something right there. And that's crazy, especially with like when Vey does damage, she does like 2d6, and if she got a raise, it would be 3d6. So if any of those 3d6 rolled a 6, she would keep rolling the 6s until they stopped rolling, and she would just keep adding it. So Vey's damage is going to be ridiculous when she stops rolling below 5s. You know what I mean?
If it ever hits.
Yeah, if it ever hits. So, all right, so you're pretty much done there, Aberdeen.
Yep.
Sorry, Runs. Tramadol, you're up now with a 4.
Okay, I'm going to move around behind the guy.
Okay. Another good thing about this game, no attacks of opportunities.
Yeah, we
So
can
it's-
ask about that.
Yeah, it's just one thing you don't even have to worry about.
Oh, is
Just
it
like-
specific to this setting?
No, I don't remember ever reading anything about attacks of opportunity.
There is, but we can talk about it some other time.
Is it? Oh, it is. I think it's if somebody leaves your adjacent space.
Yeah, it's just like 5th edition.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. Totally. I remember that now. So only if you leave the reach, but seeing that you're still in the reach, you're fine.
Right. Okay, well, I'm going to attack with my
Thank you,
longsword
Val.
first.
Okay. Yeah, I totally remember that now. 6 versus parry is a miss. Wild
and
dies
attack
is
with
4.
my dagger.
Okay. Another miss. Lynx, you're up now. With an arrow sticking out of your hip.
Yeah. Okay.
Just don't break it. I need that back.
Nice.
Since he's shaken, all he can do is a spirit roll, right?
Yeah.
Try to become under.
Yeah. So you can, if you want to spend your last Benny, you can do that, and you can take your actions. Or if you just want to tough it out and do a spirit roll, if you're successful with a 4, you're not shaken, but you can't do anything else. But at least you won't be shaken. But
Yeah,
if
we're
you
gonna
get a
talk about
raise, then you'll be able to do actions too. So if you get like an 8, you'll be golden. Target number's 4.
There she goes.
There you go. You got a 4 on your wild die, so you're not shaking anymore, but you don't recover enough to get all of your actions. So you basically spend the whole round just like shaking the cobwebs out of your head. But at least you're not shaking anymore. Okay, so go ahead and get rid of that, and let's go with next round of cards. Well, I figured you guys were going to make quick work out of these two guys. Lynx, you got a 6. Runs, you got a 4. Wow, Tramadol, you got a 4. Vey, you got an 8. And the Vendahl got a Jack. Where the hell are these jokers at? I'm expecting a joker pretty soon, hopefully. Alright, so the Vendahls going to attack. I'm basically surrounded right now. I'm going to do a random roll on who I would... I don't know. Seeing that they're a cannibal and they're going for blood, I mean, wouldn't you assume that he would just go for Vey, right? Because she's like wounded. I would say yes. So let's go ahead and attack Vey with a D8. And oh my god, I hit with an 8 and I got a raise. Oh my god, I got a double raise, but it doesn't matter. I rolled 3 8s. Oh, that's a 29. Is that a hit? But you only get 1 crit die, so oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Vey. I need to roll super low on this. Alright, so Vey, I rolled a 1 plus a 5 for 6 plus a 4 for 10. So your toughness is what? You're broadcasting saying that, I think. Alright, so 6 and I rolled a 10. Oh my god, that gives you 2 wounds. Oh my god! Vey, I can't kill you. I can't kill you on the first game. So we're going to say that you're at 3 wounds and not dead. I'm not going to kill you on the first game. Because this is... Because I don't want to do that, and this is sort of like
it's going to happen several times in the future.
Well, I don't know. Maybe not.
It's so easy to die in this game.
Yeah.
Seems that way. Yeah.
It's pretty ruthless. But no. Well, I'm not going to kill you this game, though. So sorry, I'm overriding the roll. So that is a wow. Next up is Vey. We'll just say that you're knocked unconscious. You're at 4. You'll just be unconscious. So I think that you need to, seeing that you are unconscious, I think there is a roll, seeing that you're next anyway, with an 8 of spades. Let's look at. Let me get incapacitated. I think it's called incapacitated. Yeah, page 86. God. Incapacitated. Alright, incapacitated characters aren't necessarily dead, but are generally too beaten, battered, and bruised to do anything useful. They may not perform actions and are not dealt action cards in combat. Incapacitated extras are removed from play. You guys are wild cards. You're not extras. So the wild card that is capacitated if they suffer more than 3 wounds. So on your cumulatively or all at once, when a wild card becomes incapacitated, you make a vigor roll. So you should have made one immediately, which you're making one immediately anyway. So go ahead and do a what kind of roll is this? It's a D12. Or hold on. Oh, it's a vigor. I'm sorry, a vigor roll. It's not any D12. Sorry about that. Just a vigor roll.
Alright.
If you roll a 1 or less, the character will die. If you fail, then you roll on the injury table. If it's a success, it's on the injury table. If it's a raise, it's on the injury table.